Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Proof & Wood. This is the representative single barrel, coming in at a 56.33% ABV, at least 4 years old. So for full disclosure, I did reach out to Proof & Wood for a review sample. They were kind enough to send over this for us to take a look at today. So just keeping that transparency going. So the representative here is actually part of Proof & Wood's DC collection, which essentially they've taken different roles that are elected positions like the representative, the president, the ambassador, all sorts of different things, and give them a bottle, essentially aging them for how long their terms tend to be. This one is aged for 2-year terms on a representative, meaning 4 years. And this one is actually, again, a single barrel, and Proof & Wood is very transparent for the most part, telling us that this is distilled in Indiana, which it's MGP, and they'll tell you that right up front. And there's nothing wrong with MGP whiskey. MGP makes great whiskey. And they also tell us the mash bill they're using, which on this one is 75% corn, 21% rye, and 4% malted barley. So pretty classic mash bill there. And I've actually had the standard representative. I can find it in my market here for a pretty reasonable price. So we will be doing an A-B comparison at some point between the single barrel and the non-single barrel version just for funsies, and really kind of do an interesting comparison between that. But for today, let's go ahead and hop into things. As always, we're gonna be trying it 2 different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see if anything changes up. And I love the wax tops, of course. I'm a big sucker for that. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hang around for a bit. If you're interested in some other Proof & Wood reviews, links to those will be up above and down below, along with a link to their website, if I can ever get this wax undone. Oh, finally got it here. That is some thick wax on this one. Holy crap. But yes, I will be putting a link to their website so you can check out some other bottles that they've released. Man, that is a thick wax on that. I don't think I've ever had wax on there that thick. But yeah, no, I've had the representative. I think it's a great bottle. I also have a bottle of the ambassador that I haven't reviewed yet. All right. And yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Proof & Wood. That's why I reached out to them. Because I love their transparency, and again, I like MGP whiskey. Beautiful dark color. Look at that. I'm excited. All right, let's go for notes. Oh, that is rich cherries. Beautiful spice layer. There's a beautiful spice layer. Cinnamon and clove. It's got a little bit of warmth. You can definitely tell it's the single barrel going on here. Ooh, that is beautiful though. I love the cinnamon. I'm a big cinnamon fan, so a little floral going on. You don't get floral too often, at least I don't remember getting a lot of floral on MGP whiskey. Nothing, it's not like green grassy or anything like that, just a little burst of almost like a flower shop. Like you walked by a flower section in a grocery store. Vanilla oak going on as well. A bit of caramel. Very classic bourbon whiskey on the nose. But that cherry pop in there, that is beautifully done. Almost cherry syrup. Now that I said cherry pop, my brain goes to like a craft soda. Kind of that cherry, almost not quite grenadine syrup, but a cherry syrup. The ABV is warm, but it's not offensive. It's not off. It's not metallic. It just got a bit of warmth, and now that we've let it open up a little bit, it's actually kind of subsided a bit too. All right, let's go for a taste. Oh boy. Very corn forward. Sweet, dusty. That dusty corn really surprises me. Neck followed up by a beautiful mouthfeel. A little warmth, a little bit of spice going on in there as well. Almost dusty nuttiness going on. Oak layers, beautiful oak impact on this one. The spice layers are there, the cherry, the vanilla, the caramels are all there. Like this is, if you wanted to know classic whiskeys, 80% of this is right up home plate. But that little bit of floral showing up in there with that spice, along with that cherry note. The finish is clingy and beautiful. The oils in here are done perfectly. Like, I mean, I've been cut out like 30 seconds and I'm still riding this beautiful sweet corn, dustiness, oak layers. And there's that cherry syrup sweetness in there as well. I mean, the nose mimics the taste almost note for note. I don't know how you could ever argue with this sip. It doesn't taste youthful, doesn't taste off at all. I love that beginning sweet notes of the grain. And then it just rolls into this beautiful, well-rounded spice notes with that cherry, that bit of floral in there as well. Again, it's really hard to argue. All right, let's add a little drop of water, see what changes up here. Sometimes adding that drop of water helps us break up some of the oils and really changes things up. Sometimes it just makes it a little more easy to be introduced to if you're new to whiskey, which if you are, this would be a big stepping point for you, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. And again, that finish on this one is still riding to this moment. It is beautiful. Okay, so incorporate that little drop of water. All right, let's go for notes. Oh boy. Even sweeter. The grain notes in this went beautifully sweet. That bit of oak is in there as well. Almost oily now. It's almost like a deep, heavily aged wood. Bit of spice going on with that cinnamon in there. Not as pronounced. It's still there, however, compared to the neat version. No ABV, nothing harsh. It didn't get angry by adding that drop of water. Oh, but this is almost like it's been very well aged. Like, this is luxurious. And this one is beautiful on the nose still, but it goes sweeter on there. That sweet corn grain note is just nice. All right, let's go for taste. Oh yeah, very similar. Actually goes a little sweeter at the beginning. The dustiness is kind of washed away, but you're getting this big burst of sweet corn, a little bit of grain. The spice notes are still there. They go a little bit more simplistic on the spice notes. Nothing super complex on that side. The oak is still there. However, the mouthfeel is what's lost out. And that's no argument to the whiskey. That tends to happen a lot of times in your higher proof whiskeys when we add water. Breaks up those oils. So it's not quite as palatable with the coating of that. So it's not quite as good a coating to palate because we broke up those oils. And because of that, it's not quite as good covering the palate. However, this is a good, easy sip. Still no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. The big difference, it goes a little sweeter and it loses that little bit of grain dustiness, but loses out on the mouthfeel and the long finish I was getting on the neat version. Oh, big burst of rye. Wow. Jumping back to the neat version, that's a significant difference on taste on that. It's beautiful. This is really good. That's a winner. Almost going a little tea-like, and I love, there's a few notes that I always love finding in whiskeys. One of those is cinnamon, another one is tea, and the rye is almost going into tea for me. I love that. All right, both are really good though. So let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So to be honest, doing some research online, this can go as low as mid 50s, like 52, 55, all the way up to about 65. And to be honest, for a 4-year barrel proof bourbon, you can't argue with that in today's market. It's beautifully done. Again, MGP makes great whiskey, and there's a reason why so many people source from them. I love that they kept this one a single barrel, and again, I'm definitely going to do an A-B comparison between this and a non-single barrel version, because the non-single barrel version for me and my market tends to be in the mid 50s as well. So if you've seen this on the shelf for maybe 60 and the standard one's about 53, 55, and this one's even $10 more, that little bit of upcharge for that single barrel, at least at first impressions, is a really good buy. I think it's definitely worth its price point of what they're asking for it. I love the idea behind the DC collection being kind of fun and different, giving them those elected position names, and the whiskey inside is really solid too. It's not just a gimmick. And again, big thank you to Proof and Wood for sending over a review sample for us today. A link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Proof and Wood, the representative single barrel bourbon whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, I really like it might not.